Alright, people, so somebody asked me to do my opinion. Let me find exactly who it was here. Somebody asked me to do my opinion on the Smarkbusters YouTube channel. Now I did check them out, and I really questioned whether they're actually giving their true opinions. It's hard to tell. I was watching some of their videos, and it definitely looks like some of what they're saying is just shit to try to stir people up and get people mad. Like I see what they say about Daniel Bryan, and they never give him credit. It's the same thing Bruce Blitz does with John Cena, and I'm no John Cena fan, but Cena does do some good shit, yet Bruce Blitz won't acknowledge it. It's like these people just get, some people out there in the wrestling community just get these ideas that, oh, everything that John Cena does is shit. No matter, I could tell, even in the next year, he won't do one good thing next year, even though it hasn't happened yet. Or Daniel Bryan will never do one good thing. Or Roman Reigns will never do one good thing. Or Randy Orton. And you see I'm saying guys I hate, because even I come on here and I gave Roman Reigns credit for wrestling a good match at Fastlane, even though I hate his ass. So, I'm just telling it like it is, alright? I don't really have any guys per se that I, have a bias. I kind of just go out there and tell it like it is, Um, like if Daniel Bryan starts sucking, like I'll say he's sucking. And then people might say, "Oh, I told you he sucked." I'm like, "Well, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing out here." I'm just telling you my opinion. So, what's this video? My thoughts on Smarkbusters. It was requested by A Marie 316 on YouTube. And again, it kind of did look like they were kind of just trying to say shit to stir shit up. But I don't know. I mean, so from what I got, they kind of just don't like the people who are fans of like the Dolph Zigglers, the Daniel Bryans, the CM Punks. The guys Triple H would kind of call the internet darlings, I guess. Of professional wrestling, the guys the internet likes, I guess. And they always say that, oh, Daniel Bryan's an indie guy. Everybody loves Daniel Bryan. Do you notice that everybody likes Daniel Bryan? Like, as of recent, he hasn't been getting as many pops as he used to. But he still gets the loudest reactions out there, probably. So, I mean, Dolph Ziggler. A lot of people like him, too. Not just internet fans. I mean, if you look through the audience, I'm sure not all the people cheering for the Zigglers and the Bryans are just internet fans. Or hardcore fans, or the non-casual fans. And I'm sure a lot of the casual fans do like Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan. Like, even, I'll watch a show sometimes with people who, aren't wrestling fans, and they'll realize that, like, a guy like Seth Rollins is very athletic in the ring. They'll be like, oh, wow, Rollins is really athletic. He can do some pretty crazy shit in there. I'm like, yeah, he's a good wrestler. So even, like, the casual fans can still, decipher a good wrestler like Rollins from a shitty one. So yeah, but anyway, the Smarkbusters, again, they really like to go against the grain, it seems like. And just, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, again, whether they're actually giving their real opinions or not. I give my real opinions. I'm sure people could really tell that I do give my real opinions. It's kind of easy to... I'm sure if I watched them for a good amount of time, I would be able to tell if they were giving their real opinions. But like me, anybody who's watched my channel can probably tell that I do give real opinions, and I don't really try to whore for views. I'm not a whore to try to I don't troll to try to get views. And I think a lot of people do that here on YouTube. They'll like call certain famous people out here on YouTube to try to get them to acknowledge them. They'll comment on other people's videos and just say the most retarded ass shit. So yeah, again, I definitely don't agree with most of their opinions, but I mean, again, I said this before. If you have a different opinion than me, all right, just have some legitimate, logical reasons to back it up. Like if you like Roman Reigns, at least admit that he usually only does 5 moves. Or if you like a Randy Orton, admit that you like slow wrestling and basic moves. And they're like, oh, Daniel Bryan only does flips, and like, well, flips are pretty cool, don't you think? Like when he does that move there, when he gets Irish whipped into the corner and he does that little flip, you don't think that's a cool move? Or the suicide dive's a high impact move where you could fucking get seriously injured, or the fucking missile drop kick in the corner. I mean, if he misses that drop kick, and not the missile drop kick, even the missile drop kick's a dangerous move. I mean, you land in your back every time, that must hurt. He does a drop kick in the corner. I mean, that's a fucking... If you mess that up, you can fucking break his neck again, or hurt his neck again. And he does those kicks too, and they're like, oh, they're not impact. He's not even kicking, or they said something like it wouldn't even hurt. I mean, you could clearly see he is kicking him. So I mean, I'm sure it doesn't feel that great when you're getting kicked with a boot like that in the chest. I'm sure that's not the greatest feeling in the world. And I mean, Daniel Bryan has a good moveset. I mean, just look at his moves. They're high impact. They're high risk. And if you look at a guy like Randy Orton's moves, who does like suplex, punch, clothesline, DDT, they're not really as high impact and high fast pace as Bryan. I mean, Bryan has a lot of good moves in my opinion. And on top of that, he does a lot of good counters too. A lot of unique moves. Knows how to do a lot of submissions too. Like the surfboard and shit. That's a cool move. So yeah, I mean that's why I like Daniel Bryan. And again, if you don't like Daniel Bryan, well then again give logical reasons. But a lot of these Daniel Bryan haters, again, I really question whether they truly hate him or are just trolling for views or attention. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on Smarkbusters. Definitely don't agree with a lot of their opinions, but I mean, if they are being true and genuine, I mean, then, go out and say their opinions, that's fine. So there you go, people. And again, it does seem like a lot of their reasonings for people, they're like, oh, Daniel Bryan's smelly, and he's dirty, and he has a rash across his chest, he needs to take a bath. I mean, come on. I mean, are you serious? I mean, sometimes I make jokes about that. I'll make a joke like, oh, John Cena is better than Roman Reigns because Cena's girlfriend is hotter than Reigns' wife or whatever, fiance, girlfriend, whatever. I'm just joking, but it really seems like when Smarkbusters were saying that old Daniel Bryan, he's probably all smelly, they really seemed like they were serious. And, when I say that, I usually say before I remember, I'm like, some of these reasons aren't serious. They're not meant to be taken serious. But anyway, there you go, people. And there might be some confusion there, throughout all of YouTube, but whether somebody is, being serious or not. So yeah, I mean, I might have said something that was meant to be, a joke, but some people meant to be taken, thought it was serious. So I mean, maybe they are being funny, but I don't know. It certainly seemed to me they were kind of being serious about it. But again, I don't fucking know. But there you go, people. There's my thoughts on Smarkbusters.